For those interested in investment in Seychelles, Seychelles International Business Authority, SIBA, serves as a one-stop shop for prospective investors, and in particular those interested in the offshore financial sector. Seychelles Investment Board thoroughly complements the activities of SIBA. Established in 2004, aims to reduce bureaucracy in the realization of projects. The board's dedicated team of professionals guide new investors through the process of establishing business in Seychelles, start to finish, providing them with expertise on everything from legal requirements to local contacts.
I think for a long time people have known Seychelles to be a place where you can go for holiday, for honeymoons and things like that. But little they did know that actually for the hotels to exist there must be investment in the infrastructures for it to happen. And I think as time has gone by and Seychelles have opened up to the world, we've been able to develop other sectors as well. And we are telling to the world now that Seychelles is an ideal place for you to place your investment, and it's not just tourism, which has been traditionally the sectors, but we also have the other sectors, prominent sectors like the fisheries sectors where there are a lot of untapped potentials. But we also have other emerging sectors that are coming online very soon.
So we do have very good and modern legislations through very good products, which are very, highly competitive. For example, especially like I've mentioned before, with this hybrid legal system that we've got, we managed to actually be in a position to provide options to our clients from this different legal system, the background. Okay, so for example, you have the trust and the foundation, which actually can cater for people within the countries with civil law and even the common law. So, in terms of the products which we've got also, it sort of allows us to position ourselves as being highly competitive. And of course, like I've mentioned, we do have our fees, which is quite low. And in terms of procedures that we've got in place, very competitive. And also, we do have a strong network of double taxation agreements.
I think the point about the success of investment in financial development of Seychelles is that we only need, at the end of the day, a very small proportion of what is happening elsewhere. And only a small proportion of what is happening elsewhere will make a big impact on such a small economy. And I think we need to focus on that happening. There's trillions of money flowing elsewhere. And if you look at the percentage we want to attract, to have an impact here is very, very small. And this is why I believe we will be successful, and it will come, and the impact will be huge.
Served by a trusted network of airlines landing in Seychelles on a regular basis, Seychelles is fast becoming a hub for business, travel and investment. Thus, Seychelles International Airport is undergoing a staged development plan focused on the redevelopment and modernization of the facilities at an airport that welcomes several international flights every day.
Today, Seychelles International Airport needs to be redeveloped. It needs to be modernized. It needs to provide for better facilities for our clients. And we are looking at the potential of coming in with certain partners to look at the rebuilding of the international and domestic terminal facilities, but going much further than that, making it also a regional center for duty-free shopping, for value-added facilities and services, providing for facilities for VVIP, private business jets and millionaires and so on, who all sort of require that standard of service today, but which is not necessarily available with the current facilities that we have.
Thoroughly supporting the developments and expansion plans of the airports is the Seychelles Civil Aviation Authority. The first phase of this master plan envisions an expansion of the passenger terminal layout and apron configuration that would provide for efficient and effective operations given the alignment of the existing runway. A second runway is also planned for this expansion that will cater for increased traffic as the Seychelles becomes an ever more popular tourism destination.
The project that we have in mind is quite a big project. It involves a lot of funds. We've done initial calculations, which translates into maybe 100 million. It could go up to 150 million. We have to relook at the figures, maybe, yes. But then to be part and parcel of this type of investment is unique. You don't get the opportunity to invest in an airport, okay, in a place like Seychelles.
The country's recently established university is a clear reflection of the importance the Seychelles government places on creating a knowledge-based society. With degrees offered in ICT at the University of Seychelles, in partnership with the University of London to students, education is seen as a catalyst for development. This strong focus on education, along with the submarine cable linking the islands to East Africa, will boost the Seychelles ICT sector. The Seychelles to East Africa submarine cable landed in Seychelles in May 2012, bridging the digital divide and enabling cheaper and faster communications than satellite links. The cable was built by French company Alcatel and is expected to provide enough capacity for high-speed phone, internet and television communications on the islands for at least 2 decades.
With this development, it will be very much the missing part of the telecoms jigsaw in Seychelles. And I have no doubt that coupled with the already robust telecommunications infrastructure and sound services that we have in existence currently, and of course with continued investment in those, that the scope of the services that we have, and above all the quality of the services available nationally, that there will be a quantum leap in terms of improvement.
With proven oil reserves waiting to be exploited, Seychelles' energy sector is waking the interest from international investors. A little over 25 years ago, the government of Seychelles created SEPEC to take over the responsibility of importing and distributing petroleum products locally, a function which was, prior to that date, being conducted by the Shell Oil Company. From humble and inauspicious beginnings, SEPEC has grown into a modern, profit-making and dynamic organisation, engaged in both downhill and upstream operations. SEPEC owns, manages and operates a fleet of 6 tankers, 5 of which ply the oceans to transport petroleum products to various ports around the world.
Well, as you know, Seychelles has always strived on its environmental appeal in terms of its nature, etc. But more importantly, stating policy measures that government have put out in terms of tourism and otherwise. One cannot therefore have an entity like SEPEC doing something else which is substandard to what we are stating as a country. So everything that we have undertaken has been costlier in more than one way. But I believe in the long term, the Seychelles' perception out in the bigger world will win ourselves, being this eco-friendly pursuit, environment, economy drive, etc. So SEPEC has played its role. Yes, we could have had something far more cheaper and make the bottom line attractive, but I don't believe it would give onus and value to the country. So that has gone arm in arm with the policies being designed by government.